Hello, I'm jashykins and welcome back to the unboxing. I'm sorry about the abrupt end from the last part, but the truth is Dad came back home and I don't really like to film with him around just because one, I don't like filming in front of people, two, he might have entered, saw me and have been quiet, but for the most part, he enters the room, he's like, hey, I'm the center of attention now. And yeah, he's interrupted some of my past videos and it's not fucking worth it, but this should be the last part. Animorphs number 39, The Hidden. I think this is the water buffalo one, where the rules of how you are able to get the morphine ability, it's seen before that there has to be some concentration, so there has to be some sentience up here, and I guess this wasn't the case in this book from what I've read about. And mind you, I have, of course, read in the past, but not recently. It's only mimicking. Yeah, it seems. Yeah, this is going to be a really fun book in my reread. Yay. Number 19, The Departure. I remember liking this one just because it shows that the Yeerks aren't all bad. That, the enemies aren't all devils, that when you're fighting a war, you won't exactly be fighting against people who deserve to die. There are, of course, those who deserve to die, but it's a lot more complicated than they're evil. It's like they're bad, but they have a reason, and they're not all like, Fisher 3. And, of course, it's a Cassie book, and we get introduced to the character of Aftran, who later on in the series makes this a Yeerk peace movement of Yeerks resisting invading, who only want voluntary hosts. So yeah. Okay, I'm actually going to save one book till the very end, my favorite book in the entire series. The Extreme, number 25. It's not cold blood species, so this is seeds. Find out what Yeerk's ability next. The locations. Yeerks are cold-blooded. And this is, the one where they go to the North Pole. And so I can't wait to get that. And plus the morph right here, I'm using that as my little avatar, image on my Look I Stole Blade Ship Tumblr. And yes, I have a little fic series going, and I made the blog because that's a fucking awesome Tumblr. I was like, I have to find a use for that URL. Here's number 32, The Separation. Now the thing with this is, I see on the Animorphs tag on Tumblr, I see a shitload of people going, oh, this looks so stupid, oh, this, oh, you couldn't be a real Animorph. And of course, I always look for people replying what happens in this book? It's, besides the awesome character that is Rachel, who's the girl right here, there is the fact that this book deals with Rachel's psyche, about how part of her is bloodthirsty and part of her is like, hey, hang on. So it's a good book for really that reason. Here's the book I'm on currently for my reread. Animorphs number 4, The Message. This is the book where we get to see Axe enter the series finally. I know some people don't really consider Axe to be like a member. Consider Axe to be a main member of the Animorphs, but it's like, fucking hell, yeah, he is. And I've always currently held to believe that the first 5 books in the Animorphs series say why exactly each Animorph is fighting. You know, Jake's his brother, Tobias to stay human, Rachel for Melissa, Marco for his mother, and I can't really remember why for Cassie. So, but it's an awesome fucking cover. Okay. What's this? Ooh! I don't want to get that out of my coffee. Sorry, I have like a coffee right under there. Reading changes everything. Scholastic presents Animorphs Watch the Crappy TV show. So I just realized I have this. Fucking hell. Also available at the Andalite Chronicles of Wicked Chronicles. Fucking hell, I didn't fucking realize I had this. Put that in the box. Animorphs number 7, The Stranger. Now, this book is where we're introduced to the Elmist. And I've always loved the Elmist, you know, at least how he was first introduced. You didn't know if he was one of a species or he was just one. And the thing is, they eventually made him into one. That fucking sucked. But that's a rant for another day. But this is also the book where Rachel finally acquires her grizzly bear morph. This is really odd for me, you know, rereading the series without Rachel with her famous grizzly bear morph. And it's just like, what? It's like, oh yeah, she doesn't actually have that yet. Oh, God. I'm capable of understanding. I'm not getting distracted, capable. And this, yeah. And finally, that won't fucking work anymore. And finally, favorite book in the series, hands down. This is a lot of fucking wear and tear on it. And might change during my reread, but I highly doubt it. It's of course Animorphs number 6, The Capture. It's just one of the Animorphs gets fucking infested. And the group deals with him being infested very well. He's like, we're just going to starve the Yeerk out, and so the Yeerk will die, and Jake will be all well. And we also get our first real glimpse at a Yeerk. And it's just fucking awesome. We also get introduced to Krayak. Basically, it's the Elmist's arch nemesis. However, we don't really learn about Krayak until whatever number the attack is. I think it's number 26. I don't know. It's just like it's like your leader is infested. It's like, no, that shit's not supposed to happen. And it was the Yeerk that infested Tom. So we get a little bit more into Tom. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm not totally distracted by this Amorous number 6, the capture. Fucking awesome. Sorry, I just blinked out like, ooh. But unboxing is all done, so all my Amorous books, Jay Apprentice and the 3 Everworld books are now in another container. The whole video editing problem that I've been experiencing before, I might finally get another program. Just be aware, if I was using my regular camera, I would have been sitting down and be much different. But that's, not the case. So thank you all for watching. I just want to say that Animorphs was my first fandom, and I'm getting back into the series again. And I've been Jashykins, owner at jashykins.blogspot.com. If you want to contact me for whatever reason, maybe talk about Animorphs, what's your favorite book, who's your favorite character, you can contact me outside of YouTube or my blog at Facebook at facebook.com/jashykins fan page, Twitter at jashykins, and Tumblr jashykins.tumblr.com. And if you're viewing this on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, yada yada yada. If you're viewing this on my blog, comment below, explore, and explore, because I've had a lot of stuff up on there for like over, I think, 3 to 4 years I've been blogging, so there's a lot of shit on there. Also, I've opened a little Amazon store, so you can check that out. And I will be adding different categories, so don't worry. And if you have any suggestions, tell me, because you can tell me shit you or your friends would actually be interested in, maybe movies starring Liam Neeson, sci-fi movies like 2001, just throw it out there. As for making an Animorphs section, the problem with that is, seems to only be used ones, and that's, you can just ask me below, then, yeah. And until next video, goodbye.